They thought they could bury me before I even reached the courtroom. My boarding pass sat exposed on the gray bin like evidence waiting to be judged. Belt coiled around my wrist, shoes in hand, laptop unzipped, the ritual of modern surrender. The security line crawled with the usual mix of exhaustion and quiet resentment. I kept glancing at the overhead clock, willing it to bend time, because this flight wasn't escape. It was battle. My grandmother's estate hearing loomed in less than 4 hours in Mariposa County Superior Court. The will she'd rewritten in her final lucid weeks, the assets she'd divided fairly for once. My aunt and uncle had spent the weeks since her funeral whispering about family unity, while quietly positioning themselves to claim everything. They'd made it clear, stay away, or regret it. The bin rolled forward. I stepped toward the scanner. Then a shadow blocked my path. Not TSA Blue, but the darker navy of airport police. 2 officers, calm, deliberate. "Ma'am," the taller one said, voice pitched just for me. "Step aside, please." My pulse kicked, but I didn't flinch. "Is there a problem?" "We need to speak with you privately. Now." Eyes from the line pricked my skin. Phones probably already recording. I gathered my scattered belongings slowly, deliberately, and followed them to a glass-sided holding area, steel chair, bolted table, cameras in every corner. They took my ID. The woman officer, Martinez, her tag read, scanned it into a tablet. Her partner, Officer Reyes, spoke first. "Your name is Elena Vargas?" "Yes." He tapped the screen. "We received a tip this morning. Caller reported you as a potential risk to airport safety." The word risk landed like ice water. "What kind of risk?" "Caller said you'd expressed intent to harm others. Mentioned phrases like, 'They'll regret crossing me.' Claimed you'd been erratic lately, making repeated emergency calls." I let the silence stretch. "Who called it in?" Reyes hesitated, the tell. "We'll get to that." "I'm due in Mariposa County for a probate hearing," I said evenly. "My grandmother's estate. If I'm delayed, certain people benefit." Martinez's gaze sharpened. "Probate?" I nodded. "My aunt and uncle have fought every step to exclude me. They've hinted they'd do whatever it takes to keep me out of that courtroom." Reyes scrolled. "Caller also referenced prior 911 contacts from you. Said you're unstable." "Check the logs," I said. "Not summaries. Full records, timestamps, caller ID, audio if available." Martinez exchanged a glance with Reyes. He pulled up the incident file. His expression shifted, first neutral, then frozen. He angled the tablet toward her. She read, lips pressing thin. "Elena," Reyes said quietly, "the reporting party is listed as your uncle, Victor Vargas." The name hit like a slap. Not surprise, exactly, just the raw confirmation of betrayal. Reyes played the audio. Victor's voice poured out, polished concern masking calculation. "I'm worried about my niece. She's flying today. She's been unstable since my mother's death. Talking about making people pay. I'm concerned for public safety. She's heading to probate. She's angry about the will." He even name-dropped the hearing, framing my determination as delusion. Martinez paused it. "He called 3 times this morning. First 2 dropped. Third stuck. Intent. Rehearsal. They documented everything, the retaliatory nature, the civil dispute disguise, no criminal flags." Reyes handed me an incident card. "Reference this if it happens again. It shows we verified and cleared you." They escorted me back through security. Visible uniforms, silent statement. I sprinted to the gate. Boarded just as they closed the jetway. In my seat, relief barely settled before my phone lit up. Airline alert. Flight status changed. Cancellation notice. Reason, passenger request. I bolted to the counter agent. "I didn't cancel this." He checked. "Call came in 20 minutes ago. Caller. Past security questions, had your record locator. Said you weren't fit to fly alone. Caller name. Victor Vargas. Listed himself as family." I showed the police incident card. The agent logged it, reinstated my booking on the last available seat, printed the call notes as proof. New pass in hand, I boarded again, this time for real. Mid-flight, another notification, court system email. Hearing rescheduled, moved up 90 minutes. Requested by counsel for Victor and Carla Vargas as emergency adjustment. They weren't done. I dialed the clerk mid-air using Wi-Fi. Explained the interference chain, false police report, ticket sabotage, time manipulation. The clerk paused. Ms. Vargas, given the documented attempts to prevent your appearance, we'll note the pattern. If you land after start time but before close, we'll accommodate a late arrival or remote testimony. Bring your evidence packet. I thanked her, hung up, and stared out at clouds. They'd thrown every lever: law enforcement, airline, court schedule. Each time, I'd collected receipts. The plane descended into Mariposa. I stepped off with 3 documents burning in my bag: police clearance, airline sabotage record, clerk confirmation. The courtroom doors were still open when I arrived, breathless but on time. I took my seat. Victor and Carla sat across the aisle, faces pale. The judge called the case. I placed the call log on the table, the one proving who'd really been at my grandmother's bedside the night she changed everything. They'd tried to erase me. Instead, they'd handed me the proof that buried them.